Hello everybody, I think we are up and running. Welcome to Montezuma. Sorry for the late start. It couldn't be helped. Not really. Just checking to see if everything is up and running properly. Don't know if it is, but I think it is. Anyway, again, welcome to Montezuma. It is a cooler day. Temperatures have dropped considerably since just yesterday. Yesterday, the high, I'm not sure about here, but in Ithaca, the high temperature prediction was for about 81 degrees. I don't know if it got there. But today, the high temperature prediction is like some 65 degrees. It rained quite a bit in at least parts of New York State last night. And today here, it's cloudy. Breezy, a little breezy. We have some eagles in the area. Hold on one second. I can't really see my camera screen right now. Here's one of them. And there's another one flying higher. I'm going to have a hard time showing it to you. Anyway, there's no doubt, not that we haven't known it, but migration has truly started. You know, and it should have by now. It's the 22nd of September, and many species are finding their way as they pass through here. Now we're going the opposite way we normally would, just because up ahead, when I first came in, there were a lot of people gathered, and I see there are still a lot of people gathered. Just they're looking over the area. I don't know what you want to call it. The wet area to our right. I don't know if it's not, I wouldn't call it a marsh, but anyway, sometimes there's a pool there. It's not always filled with water. But anyway, they've been looking at shorebirds. And we're not going to do a thorough examination of them all. But what I'd like to do is, where we can, looks like they're all looking up at the eagles now. Hold on, there are at least 2 eagles, and there's something else up there, flying up high with them. Maybe not quite as high. Not sure if I can get it. Hold on. Well, that little something, whatever it was, a smaller bird. Oh, I see it again. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if I can get it for you. And it's not going after the eagles. It seems to be flying apart from them. I would guess that it was also a bird of prey, but I don't know for certain. Let's see if we can kind of sort of turn around here. Is there a reason why the sunroof is still open? Okay. Oh, do I see a great blue heron? I do. I have to say, I was in Ithaca yesterday, much of the day, and I did go to Sapsucker Woods, and you may wonder, why didn't I broadcast? Well, I quite honestly, when I was there and everything, I didn't think anyone would really tune in, or very few people would. And let's shut off the engine here. So I didn't bother to broadcast, and then I did go to the campus and look around for hawks, and I did that twice actually. And I thought I saw some hawks. I don't know who they were. One or two times. The first time I did it before going to Sapsucker, and then after Sapsucker I did go to the campus for a more extensive drive, and I didn't see anybody. I have to say, there were numerous events associated with homecoming going on, and getting around was more difficult than normal. So let's quickly take a look at things before maybe we'll switch cameras, maybe we won't.
Sound like me.
I always use the bathroom right over here.
Actually, this is difficult for me to see here. Oh, what's here? A lot of shorebirds around. Apparently there was even I can't remember the kind of plover, but it was a rarity here. And but it hasn't been seen in a while, including by people. It doesn't mean it's not here, but including by people who really know their birds.
Yeah, another flock comes in. Another flock had two bigger birds in it.
It's nice to look over areas like this, always, but the thing is, it's frustrating to me because there's so much to see. Sometimes it's hard to know if we're actually doing a decent job of seeing it. Hearing a killdeer. We're just going to take a quick look at all this area, and then we're going to go to Wildlife Drive. With the relatively late start, I consider us behind schedule. And there's something else, there's another location I may want to go to today that I haven't gone to ever before. I'm going to set you down. I'm going to look with binoculars, see if there's anything really special I want to look at. And if not, we're going to move right on. Not only are there shorebirds here, but there are more ducks now. And it's not just mallards, for instance. I mean, other species of duck. If you didn't know, the great blue heron fans are here, or they're not here right now, but they were here earlier, but they're in town, and I spent some time with them last night. Just going to look at one duck, and I think we're going to move along. Let me just make sure I can find it. Hope I can find it. They look like pintails. Okay. And we're in a challenging time, at least for me. You know, I like it when the ducks are in their breeding colors. That makes it easier for me to recognize them. As I've said right along, I'm no expert on any of the birds. Certainly not an expert on shorebirds, you know, shorebird identification at all, but we're going to do our best to see what we can. Hold on one second. A number of killdeer are here, and we are hearing some of them. And I'll give you a quick look at just the ducks and geese that are, or I'm sorry, the geese and gulls that are over this way. And let's look at some shorebirds. One second here, reconfigure. I think there were some over there. Maybe not. I haven't seen yet any harriers, for instance. Very much hope that we'll be able to see birds like those. Come on, don't do that. I believe that's a killdeer there. Mm-hmm. I'll submit I don't know what that one is. Try to get a few more good looks at it, whatever it is, and maybe I'll, if I get a chance, maybe sometime later in the next few days, I'll try to figure out what it is. I'm going to lighten it just a little. Okay. Oh, what do I see in the air? Hold on one second. Okay, those are gulls. Okay, I think we're going to move along. Let me just double check, see if there's anything I want to look at before driving away. Okay, off we go. 1 second here. We're going to switch cameras, I think. It's down into the low 60s right now. I'm okay with that. And the sun is starting to come out, you know. I don't mind if it's not too hot. That's fine by me. As you know, I have a big problem with it being too sunny. I guess there are pectorals there. I don't know if they mean pectoral sandpipers. I don't know. Hello. We're going to move on. What I should do really is try to study shorebirds and know them better than I do. Yesterday at Sapsucker, I had a nice walk. For a while it seemed uneventful, but I did eventually see you know, some nice species, some only very briefly. I saw, probably for under 2 seconds, great blue heron. And I don't know if it was the heron that I later heard about, but, and this is not going to be good news, but I heard that there's been a heron there, a great blue heron, with only one leg. And that's, you know, kind of a struggle, because you know how they hunt. I mean, they walk along the ground, so that makes things more difficult for them to, you know, to catch food. And it means a greater expenditure of energy in the process. I did see a green heron. They weren't around the lab like they had been when you know, last couple times I've been to Sapsucker, but. And I saw a Cooper's hawk, juvenile. Also saw the you know, 2 belted kingfishers. The other thing that I did not see, and I had heard it had been seen for a few days, but it hadn't been seen since Wednesday. But apparently there was a common nighthawk that had been, during the day, resting on a particular tree branch. And I would have really enjoyed seeing that, but that wasn't to be. Not for me, anyway. I hear Canada geese. I might see something. No. overall, though, yesterday, and unsurprisingly, sapsucker did seem quiet. Bird-wise, it was actually noisy overall because it was actually even more than today was breezy. I'd even say windy. Just saw a few shorebirds of some sort just fly by. Maybe they're, you know what, they're probably, I wonder if they're going to land on the other side of the road. Maybe we'll get a look at them. Up ahead, I don't know. Okay, I see, wrong window, I see somebody over here. I don't know who it is just yet. 1 second. Oops, let's get this out of the way. There we go. Let's get this out of the way. Well, no, we have it right there. Okay, sorry. They look like common gallinules. And these look like ducks. I don't know what they are. At least on my camera screen, I can't really tell what they are. Let me see if I can have a better look at them, maybe possibly with binoculars. And if not, maybe we'll try switching cameras even. I still don't know what they are. It could be also partially an issue of current coloration. Maybe they're intermediate coloration in between, you know, before they reach their breeding colors. I think we will try to take a quick look. They may be teal, I'm not sure. I really don't know. I just want to have a quick look at them. If I can get away with it, I'm not even going to shut off the engine, which I usually have to do because of vibration. Maybe I'll have to, I don't know. I have to admit, I'm still having a hard time figuring out what they are. I think they might be blue-winged teals. Okay, we're gonna move on. That's what I'm fairly certain that they are. All right, let me switch cameras. You're right with you. Oh, didn't want that to happen. Okay, let's just leave that in place. Oh, that's Pete. I guess Pete can go whatever direction he wants on the road. Well, I think it looks like those shorebirds that I had seen fly over to, they looked like they were coming in on the right side of the road. They may have just flown away and out of view completely. I don't know if they were the same birds, but I just saw someone flying back. So far in the air, I mean, we have seen those eagles, but there have been, you know, a lot of gulls in the air, but not really anybody else. Hard to tell who this is, at least on my little screen. We have to keep going, I'm sorry, but we do. That one is kind of hunkered down and resting. Okay, I just heard a gadwall. I believe I'm seeing some American widgeons. I think I see a great egret in the air. See if we can look at some of the ducks that are over here. See, we have American widgeons there. Can't see my screen all that well, to be honest with you. I saw a piebald grebe or two. That is a gallinule by the looks of things. Maybe I didn't see a grebe, I don't know. It's gallinule back there. On the right looks like a widgeon. Not sure what that one is on the left. Again, it's hard for me to see. Looks like another gallinule right there. And there may be another one or two near it. Yeah, there are more around right here. 2 or 3, I'd say. I'm not sure if any of the vegetation is thinning out here. Maybe it is. I don't know. Kind of doubt it. Not just yet. Okay, let's see if we can get that. I think that might be an American coot right there. Okay, I can't get it with my camera. Let me look with binoculars. And it is an American coot. Okay. Way out there. More coots. Looks like there might be some ducks mixed in with them. Let's see if we can take a quick look out there and see if we can kind of sort of determine who is out there. Okay, give me a minute. Definitely an American widgeon there in the foreground. That actually looks like a common gallinule back there. Coots, American coots right there. We're looking through grasses also, so that's not helping. Oh, those might be pintails. Northern pintails. And those look like American widgeons there. And those might be are those gadwalls back there behind them? Kinda. That's a coot there swimming. Having a hard time seeing. These are tough conditions due to the distance, and we're looking through grasses, and so it's not helping. We're going to keep moving on, though, very shortly. Oops. More coots back there, American coots. And what's that over there? I know I can't see it because of the grass. Okay, I'm going to leave everything in place, camera-wise. I shouldn't. Well, the grass is there. It may be a while before we look at anything. Well, we have some American coots that are relatively close, but we also have, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them because of the grass. Maybe. Gadwalls, by the looks of them, they're beautiful. Gadwalls are beautiful. But we're not getting a great look here. We're going to keep going. Oh, to our right, I see I think they're American black ducks, or at least one of them is. They look like them. Hard to see right now. They're very, if you don't know, American black ducks are very similar to mallards. And on top of that, they sometimes hybridize. So sometimes you get a mix of a mallard and an American black duck. And they hybridize often enough that it can be a challenge, at least for someone like me. Let's see what's out there on that side. Oh, northern shovelers. Hey, shovelers. Good to see you. Now, I wish we could get a better look at them. You can see, or you can kind of see, I'll lighten it up. You can kind of see their very large bills. So, for me anyway, that's a very distinctive way to identify them. I believe they're shovelers. Yeah, they look like them. It's too bright. Okay, we're going to keep going. Looks like there are a few of them there. I'm going to darken it up a little bit so it's not blind to you. Maybe I'll, well, I was going to switch cameras, but maybe I won't. I did see wood ducks yesterday at Sapsucker, and it was a male and female. Actually, there were two others farther away. It was hard to discern what they were, male or female. I believe they were, well, I don't know what they were. I don't know if they were male or female. Partly because of memory. Also, I didn't have the greatest of looks. But anyway, the ones I could see clearly, not that they were, you know, really, really close, but I had a nice look at them. And I may be posting a video eventually of them. Now, so far, we haven't seen. I've seen one great blue heron. I didn't even show it to you, but I saw one briefly, you know, quickly as it flew by. And I haven't really seen. I haven't seen any since. I hope for the herons, the heron people. Kind of hope they got their fix. I do see a double-crested cormorant in the air, and no longer in the air, just came in for a landing. Now, you know, today is the 22nd, and this is the first time in 3 weeks we've been here. And it does seem like it's kind of a long time since I've been here. But, here's a gallon there. Let's see if we can get some close-ups of it. 1 second. Before it goes away, it's going to go out of our view, I think. Maybe not. If I can find it. I'm having a hard... Oh, now it's swimming away. Thanks. There it goes. Oh well. Anyway, that's a common gallon roll. It's not a full adult yet. Those, you know, a full adult will be mainly black with a bright reddish or orangish red bill. Oh, hold on. We won't be seeing them, whatever they are, but they're there. But they landed in the an area where we can't see the water. Now, who is this in the air? I'm not sure. Looks like a bald eagle, an adult. It's hard for me to stay with it because I'm in the car. Well, it went in for a landing, but we didn't see it come back up or anything, so I wonder what's going on. Maybe the reason why those ducks just took off, I don't know. Or if they may have been already flying by rather than taking off, I don't know. Okay, hold on, I'm going to look with binoculars, see if I can see what's going on out there better. I hear a lot of Canada geese vocalizing. Oh, and I see another double-crested cormorant in flight. I'll brighten it a little. I'm going to zoom out, or zoom in, whatever you want to say. And see what look to be like a lot of coots out there. There may be some ducks too, I don't know. Oh! Who just flew by? You know that, let me think. That might have been a cormorant, but a young one. Maybe. I don't know. That kind of looks like a pied-billed grebe there. I'm having a hard time seeing it, but that's what it looks like. Yes, I believe it is. That one right there. Sorry, we don't have a very, very clear view from here, but and these birds are well out there. But they appear to be mostly American coots, if not exclusively American coots. Okay, let's keep going, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Oops. And let's go. I'm going to keep everything running like this. Anyway, as I was saying, you know, it's with it being the 22nd of September. You know, in not last year, but in prior years, you know, this might be just about the first week we'd come up here for the season. And, you know, sometimes we really wouldn't see all that much. It was almost like a, you know, not a trial run, but a preliminary run, recon run. Not that things don't change every week anyway, but the point is, you know, we're not necessarily going to see some of the things that we'll see as the you know, the year progresses, and you know, hopefully we'll see some good things. But my point is, we're a little early yet in the year. That might be a coot. Oh, I was going to show you something else, but it looks like a dove, so I'm guessing it may have been a pied-billed grebe. I'm not sure. Is there somebody here? Over here? Looks like it. Okay, those are pied-billed grebes. 3 of them. Smaller than a duck, and they're not actually ducks. Well, I shouldn't say they're smaller than a duck. They're small by comparison to most ducks. I've told the story before, but the first time I ever saw one was actually at Sapsucker Woods. And I don't know if I even realized it was there, but it was spending time with some mallards. And, you know, I was taking still photos then, and later on looking at still photos, I noticed that there was something else different in there, clearly smaller than the mallards. And there's another pied-billed grebe. I don't believe I remember actually noticing it when I was at Sapsucker that day. Looks like a great egret to me. It's way out there, so we're not going to get a good look at that one. Not just yet, anyway. Hold on a second. Okay. I have to say, it was nice to spend time last night talking with, I hate to call them the herons, because they're not actually herons, you know, especially when we're here hoping to see herons, real herons, but anyway, the herons. Anyway, it was nice to spend time last night with them, talking, and just about everything. I very much appreciate them allowing me to join them. See another cormorant in the air, well in the distance. Okay, let's look at a couple things here and then we're going to keep going. Open up, I guess. Shut off the car if it's necessary. I think we've just got more coots out there, pretty much. American coots. That there, that bird there, that, oh, we've got two pied-billed grebes there, both dove. Another grebe right there, and there. I was worried at the beginning of, in the spring as to what I was going to end up doing in terms of coming up here. And I'm sure that maybe we could have seen some more at sapsucker than we ended up seeing over the course of the spring and summer, but I'm still glad that we did come up here. Looks like Canada geese well in the distance there. Last year the decision was relatively simple, whether or not to come up here because of what had happened, on the, oh, who's that up ahead? Might see a great egret up ahead, much better than we've seen so far. Anyway, last year with no hawk nesting activity on the campus, it was a relatively easy decision to come here throughout the spring and summer. But this year with the chicks, the H's of Big Red and Arthur, the decision was more difficult, but I think things worked out okay. Another Canada goose nearby, and I see a double-crested cormorant just kind of popped out of the water. Let's give you a quick look. I haven't shown you one yet today, but oh, come on. It was there. You actually probably saw it, but oh. See how low it is in the water? But anyway, that's a double-crested cormorant. Let's keep going. See an egret, assuming it stays there, in relatively deep water. The vehicle ahead of us seems to be looking at it, if I had to guess. I have heard, by the way, a couple, I haven't mentioned them, but a couple of, hold on, let me just adjust things here. Anyway, red-winged blackbirds, there's the great egret. You see it's in deep water. That other vehicle ahead of us just moved. Wouldn't mind a better look. But we're going to stay here for a moment and look at it. Darken it just a little. As I've pointed out before, for me, I find looking at great egrets and other predominantly white birds, bright white birds, difficult, especially when it's sunny, because it's hard to see feather detail when everything is just so bright. Great egrets are a little smaller than great blue herons, but they're very similar, really. It's rare that we see them at sapsucker woods. They just don't go there normally, but every once in a while they're there. But here at Montezuma, they're not uncommon at all. Let's move forward and maybe see if that improves lighting or something for us. Oh, who's this? A gull. Okay. For a moment, I thought it was something else. Let's see how this looks. Not much better, really. But we'll stop the car for a moment. See, those feathers are so bright. That's what I mean. It's just, I'm darkening it a bit just to cut down a little bit on the glare. Okay, we're going to move on. Nice to see you, great egret. Oh, and I see a great blue heron. So that was a great egret. And I do see some other birds, but we'll go right. We're going to have some vegetation problems, I think, but we'll try to take a look at the great blue heron just for comparison purposes. I hope the vegetation doesn't get in our way too badly. It looks like it might. Well, we have a line of sight right here, I think. Hold on one second. There we go. So this is a great blue heron. Obviously not as bright and white as a great egret is. But in terms of the, body shape, etc., they're very similar. But again, my understanding is they're generally, and they do seem to be, a little bit larger than great egrets. I'm not sure if they generally take larger fish than great egrets do. I'll say this. I don't know if I generally, myself, I don't know if I usually see great egrets taking large fish. It always seems to be smaller ones. But, with great blue herons, I often see them taking fish of, reasonably large size. Okay, let's move on. We also have some common gallinules nearby. Just a quick look at them, if we can find them. Right here, they're young ones. They're not full adults yet. There are 3 of them. Here's the 3rd. Let's keep going. Now I know, maybe most of the people watching right now are familiar with great egrets and great blue herons already, and you don't need me to share much information about them. But I'm doing that because there might be somebody new tuning in. That is a wood duck. Hi, wood duck. Looks like a young one, but it is a wood duck. Cute. Now the reason why we didn't come up here last week was because of the migration celebration, if you didn't know. The week before we didn't come up because I wanted to celebrate our anniversary. Hold on one second. Did I just see something? I've been streaming for 6 years. Hold on one second. Well in the distance, there's something white. And, obviously from here it looks like a dot. Or not a really tiny dot, but looking at it, sometimes you can save yourself a lot of trouble by realizing, and taking into account the context of it all, the situation. And I could have just now pointed the camera at it and everything, because that white, spot, that could be, for instance, the head of a bald eagle. But given the distance, also given its shape, but given the distance, it was way too large to be the head of a bald eagle. And in fact, given that distance, larger than most entire bird bodies. So that's why I didn't bother, because I figured it was actually something, maybe the partially viewable building, for instance, that just appears white from the distance. And just a little bit of it could be seen around some trees that were in front of it. So my point is, when you're bird watching, sometimes if you think about what you might be seeing, you can realize, oh, okay, for instance, that dark spot in the distance, if that were a hawk, it would have to be at least 10 times larger because it's so far, and it would have to be at least 10 times larger than a regular hawk. So it's obviously not a hawk. There are some ducks around. Let me just redo some things so you can see. Not sure what they are. Might be teals again. Not sure. I'll be honest, with blue-winged teals, I most readily recognize, the adult males in their breeding colors. I better shut off the engine. Somebody is vocalizing. Don't believe that's a mallard. No, I think it's a teal. I don't believe it's a green-winged teal. I think it's blue-winged, but I'm not sure. It might be a green-winged. We do have some gulls, obviously, along with some Canada geese. And there's some ducks there as well. A few more geese just came in. Looks like about 5 Canada geese. Not sure who this guy is. Looks like another of the same species there, I believe. Maybe 2. Yeah. One second. Let me see if there's anything else that we want to look at. Possibly. One second here. That might be a greater yellow legs there. That looks like a green-winged teal there. The duck. When the green-winged teals take on their breeding colors, they're a lot easier for me to recognize anyway. Okay, we're going to move on. Okay. Again, I apologize for my lack of knowledge on shorebirds. Oh, wait, what do I see? I I see a northern harrier. Oh wait, maybe two? Yeah, I think that's another turkey vulture, but I just saw a northern harrier, the first one I've seen today. Oh, I still see it. It's not really in a place where I could... It's not close anyway, but it's not where I can really show you. If you didn't know already, I absolutely adore northern harriers. It's flying, looks like it's flown across the road now. It was on our left side, now it's on our right and up ahead. Maybe we'll see it again, I don't know. A line of cars here ahead of us. Maybe they're watching the harrier. Hold on a second, let's switch cameras maybe, if I can get some vegetation to clear out of the way. Ooh! Not doing that. Hold on a second. I missed the harrier for you, I'm sorry about that, but... that I don't know where the harrier is now. It had, you know, it had flown to the right side of the road and then was flying relative to us the opposite direction. And now I don't see it at all. I very much enjoy getting a, you know, getting one on camera for you, especially with the other camera, and you know, when I'm you know, able to do it nicely. Here's another great egret to our left, and we're gonna stop and take a look at it. I think maybe not. One second here. And an American black duck, I believe. Let's look at the black duck before it's out of view. I believe it's a black duck. There's a chance it's actually a mallard. It might be a mallard. I don't know, but it kind of looks like a black duck to me. But again, we've got a transitional coloration on many ducks right now, so it's hard to know, for me anyway, sometimes what we're looking at. So again, this is another great egret, and we're going to move right along. Okay, yeah, let's just move along. I'm going to leave everything as it is, just in case. We're climbing the ramp. We haven't had much luck lately on the ramp here, but you never know. Anything can happen. up ahead, many people are pulled over because of, they're at the Bennings Marsh, pool, marsh, I don't know, and they're probably looking at shorebirds now, if I had to guess, or trying to look at shorebirds, I should say. I think we're going to switch cameras now. Ooh, what was that? I do see it, at least a number of Canada geese there. There may be some shorebirds, I don't know. Maybe a few ducks, not sure what kind yet. Stop right here for a second, yes. Sorry about this. Looks like green-winged teal there, and I'm trying to get the other. Not sure who that guy is. Look like a teal though. So difficult with this vegetation here. There's some shorebirds. I'm not sure what they are, and you know what? I don't think I can show them to you from here with that camera. I'm gonna have to switch. I'm gonna have to, I think, shut off the engine and switch cameras. Okay. Give me a moment. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. By the time I get them for you, they're not going to be in. It's possible I won't be able to get them for you from here. I'm not sure. I can't even see them now. Oh. Hold on, still trying. Still trying. I'm gonna have to move. I can't see. They mow down a lot of other vegetation, but they don't mow down the vegetation that helps us. And I'm not being critical of that because they have their reasons for mowing what they mow. shoot. I just cannot get them. There's too much vegetation in the way. Kind of look like dun ones, but I'm not sure. Can I get any birds here? Oh, we can see Canada geese. I mean, there's a whole line of cars ahead of us and a lot of people standing around. I mean, the viewing area is full. So we have to rely on, you know, these locations here along the road. But unfortunately, there's just all the vegetation in the way. Can't see anything. We are going to move on because I don't want to waste time here if we can't see anything. Maybe another time perhaps, but we're going to move on. Let me switch cameras. I feel like I let you down when I do something like that, but there's not really much I can do. I guess I could have pulled over, gotten everything out of the car, and tried to get a look that way. birds here. I mean, fewer than normal even. See a great blue heron, high-billed grebe. Looks like a common gallinule. Somebody else I can't identify from here. Wood duck. And we're moving on. Up in the air ahead of us and crossing over this road, and who knows where, it looks like 4 double-crested cormorants. I think I just saw another pied-billed grebe, but a dove. See another common gallinule or 2 or 3. But nothing really out of the ordinary. Let's keep going. Just saw another great blue heron flying in the opposite direction. Just flew by. Flock of birds. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Flying around just now. I had to guess they are maybe red-winged blackbirds, and then closer to us, binoculars just a little bit. Oh, a gadwall. Look at the cormorant. Just a quick look. See what it's like out of the water. I'm going to keep moving. Yeah, I think I do. Oh, make it 2. One here. Okay, and another one, which we might get a really good look at in a moment. Over here. On that thing. I better stop right here. This could be a good look if it stays put. Lighting might not be great though. That's interesting anyway. We'll leave it this way for a moment, and then I'll lighten it up, I think. Now what's it doing? It's drying its feathers. That's how cormorants do it. They have to do it that way. Their feathers absorb more water than do like the feathers of ducks. And again, it may look, it has a, you can get a better look. And it looks like it's all black, but when you look more closely, and if you have decent light, you can see there's some color there. You might be able to see that it has blue eyes and the orange bill and facial features of bill itself isn't really orange, but oh, don't do that. Darken it just a little. There is a little bit of haze. This is not a perfectly clear view. The viewing from here is often difficult for us, at least for me. We won't be on this too long. We'll move on shortly. I'm just going to kind of look around a little bit. I don't see anything really exciting going on here. Okay, so looking back at the camera, it's not really spreading its wings any longer, so we're going to move on very, very shortly. I'm not sure if there's some ducks that we want to see in the distance. Hold on a second. Reconfigure here a little bit. And there may be something else closer by if it lands where we can see it that I wouldn't mind getting a look at either. But I can't see it just yet. While we're waiting, let's look at those ducks. Maybe seeing gadwalls out there. I'm having a hard time seeing them. And the other thing I was hoping to see does not seem to be in view right now. Oh, there it is. Maybe not. Where'd it go? Ferris, where is it? Shoot. To find you, and okay, it's no longer there right with us. Okay, the two cormorants I see in the air, and there's also a great egret that has just landed in the area over here somewhere. There. Okay, let's Let me just look around one more time and then maybe we'll move on. Okay, let's get going. I happen to like monarch butterflies, and that was a monarch. I think these might be gadwalls. Don't believe I showed them already to you. That was a cormorant flying through just there. Tried to stay with it a bit. Couple more pied-billed grebes. Oh, I think I might see more cormorants. Oh, and looks like another great blue heron here. Hi here. And it's actually getting hot in the farm because of the sunshine. So I'm going to open the window just a bit. I know that lets in a lot of noise, but just need some cool air. Okay, so here are this might be a good way to look at them. I'm not sure. I'll lighten it a little. That other one was closer, but the lighting might actually be better here. 1 second. Maybe not. The distance doesn't help us. Okay, we're going to move on. And let's go. Oh, I just saw a Caspian tern in the air. It shows you shouldn't dismiss things, and maybe I dismissed it as a gull because they look similar in the air, but when it flew by I saw the bright orange beak and the black cap on its head. Just taking a quick look. First of all, what's that? Is that? Oh, there's the tern in the air. Just flew by. Sorry, I'm not going to get it. Let's go there. Farther out, you can see more double-crested cormorants out there. And closer in, Canada geese. Okay, let's keep moving. Oops. More Canada geese here, not not hundreds more. And there's another great egret, which I will show you, which is over here. But more Canada geese, just very briefly. And some that we can't see because we've got grasses in the way. And I think I'm going to switch cameras. Pretty much it for Wildlife Drive. There could be something else we'll see on the way, but I doubt it. It's rare that we see anything in this last stretch, although every once in a while we'll see something. Things are obviously different this time of year. You know, earlier in the spring and in the early part of the summer, we would see, you know, great blue herons flying almost constantly. See them all the time. Today, that's not the case. There may be fewer around right now, but also, you know, there was the need there was an active rookery nearby, and there was the need to feed their young. So it was constant flights to and from the rookery, you know, to bodies of water where they find their food, the fish, the frogs. This time of year, the rookery is no longer active. Some herons may have left. I wouldn't be surprised. And it could be that they haven't left for, and I don't know this for certain, but I mean, it could be it's not that they've left because of migration, but just that they've moved out of the area. I mean, they don't all necessarily stay right where, you know, in the area of the rookery. In fact, that doesn't even make any sense, because if they were to do that, they would likely overfish an area, and it's probably better if, you know, a given heron goes and finds, you know, an area where there is plentiful food for it. I mean, if you think about it, if every year all the herons that were raised in that year stayed in that area, and of course some would die and everything, but if they all stayed and they didn't disperse, then, you know, it wouldn't take long before there are, you know, just too many herons in that area. Anyway, we're done with Wildlife Drive. Let's go on to other areas and hope that we can maintain connections. The Shockey Pool. I asked about Shockey Pool, and as I'm driving now, and what few things, you know, what few glimpses I can gain, it doesn't look like things have been mowed down yet. I don't know if any water has been allowed in. The person inside the visitor center did not know. You know, we didn't see a single osprey yet today. I do see what might be a black tern. Not sure. Over Shockey Pool. I don't know. Kind of looked like one. I encouraged the herons, to visit East Road. And not only because it's, you know, there's a lot to see there often, depending on how things go, but you know, some of them have some difficulty climbing towers and things like that. And, you know, you don't need to do that along East Road. You just, the biggest osprey in the nest. But that nest that we've often looked at, I'm not going to look at it today, but that nest that we've often looked at, it has an osprey in it. Maybe we'll, on the way back, we might, if we come this way, we might just do that. Okay, anyway, welcome to East Road. The temperature, by the way, is, according to my thermometer, 64 degrees. And it looks like there's a line of cars now following me onto East Road. I would follow me. I mean, look, you know, given how charming and handsome I am, I think I would follow me too. Notice how quiet it is. Now, it's breezy, so that helps block out sounds, but I'm not hearing any bird calls. Oh, just saw a northern flicker. Saw it take off, and the very characteristic white towards its tail, base of the tail, was pretty obvious. I'm hearing a frog. Anyway, by the way, I heard from the person inside the visitor center. Now, when I went inside, it was pretty quiet. There weren't a lot of people, but she said that it had been basically non-stop all day, and I can believe that. She did see the heronites, and noted that they were also very nice. But it's been just a busy day there, and no surprise. I have to say, in terms of water levels down there, I am very disappointed. I haven't seen any, I don't believe I've seen any standing water yet. I might have, but I'm not sure. By the way, I did post video from last week. The only thing I posted was, oh, I see some standing water. The only thing I posted from last week really was of the Cornell Raptor program's presentation at Sapsucker Woods during Migration Celebration. So if anyone's interested in that, you can go ahead and see it. Get some good looks at some beautiful birds. Now, with other cars behind me, I think I might have to just park straight in here and not take up a lot of space like I might normally if there's nobody else here. I'll give you a quick look with this camera, and you know, I don't know if we're going to stay here, quite honestly. Well, this is through the windshield, so it's not going to be great. Looks mostly like Canada geese. There's probably some ducks down there, and there may be shorebirds too, but maybe this camera can't pick them up. Don't know what's going on there. Oh, cranes. Hi, cranes. So I think I will get out, and this will take me a few minutes to get set up, but we'll get onto a tripod and we'll take a look at what we can see out there. Looks like a great egret there. I thought I saw a great blue heron also. But let's see what we can do here. In a way, let me just say, in a way, I like it when there's less water. Just now, in a way. I would prefer that there be more water, and when it comes time for Canada geese and snow geese, I'd love to have them feel welcome here. But, you can only wish for so much. Anyway, I won't be able to keep an eye very closely on the broadcast because I'll be out of the car, but hopefully we won't have too many problems. I will be with you. Look at this. I'm going to have to change the battery in the camera soon, but I want to use this one up. All of a sudden, there are a whole bunch of people here. Amazingly, none of them are coming to me, as charming and handsome as I am, for my autograph, but that's okay. Just joking. All right, I will be with you as soon as I can. Oh, shoot. I hate when it does that. Okay. There are cranes down there too. I don't know if you've seen them yet.
Yeah, they're sitting down.
Are they?
Yeah.
They weren't when I first looked, but
Where do you see them?
more to the right. You see that where that water heads towards, away from us? Yeah. Look in that area, but in front of the water. Do you see it? See them? I don't know how many are there, but there are several. Well, they're definitely sandhill cranes there.
Yeah, I am aware. But they're not where you're saying exactly.
Oh, really?
See them standing.
Okay, maybe there are more. The more the merrier as far as I'm concerned.
Well, yeah.
Hopefully you're still with me. And let's see what we can do here. Ready?
Well, now they're just now they're definitely sandhill cranes.
Well, one was sitting down when I looked. The other.
All three were sitting, and only one was, two were kind of scrunched down.
I see at least 9 of them.
So are you seeing my three as well, or are you on a different one?
I may be on different ones. If you want to come over and take a look, you can't. You're welcome to.
Because my guys are, two are standing now.
Easier to look at the screen.
Yeah, it is, but not without my glasses.
Oh, all right, let me zoom in a little bit more.
No, you're wasting your time. Thank you. I hate using my glasses when I use the scope, so I just always take them off. But near stuff like this, no, I don't have a chance.
Oh,
but
sorry
thank you
about
for the gesture. It's very nice.
my pleasure.
But if you want to come and see what's in my scope, you can see if you got the same one.
Let me keep looking around.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate the gesture also.
One of them sat down. There's quite a few. Yeah, so there's 3 there. There's a great blue. There's sandhill. I'll go to the left.
I count at least 10.
Can you see on the far bank where the great blue is standing, facing kind of right?
Yes.
My 3 are in front of that to the left, on this side of the water. Are those the same ones you're looking at?
No.
Okay, so there are 2 groups.
Wait, there's one group that's kind of spreading out now. Oh, I see. There are even more than I thought.
Yeah, there's more. Because they're interspersed with the Canadians.
Yeah.
They're all overfeeding. So they're like a gray zone, kind of a gray matter zone between the Canadians.
Yeah, I think they have. Oh, yeah. Well, those are, yeah.
I've got them.
3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 in your group. And maybe more, and I got 3 in mine.
I may have 13.
Yeah, okay. You might very well.
It's hard to count. You know.
Yeah.
And then who is that? Oh, and there is one that's. Oh, I see the ones that are sitting down. So we have it. I would say at least 15.
Mine are not sitting. So there's even more. All my 3 are standing now.
I see. Well, I see more. I see 2 that are sitting.
Well, that's the ones I'm not counting at the moment. So there's a bunch. There's about 15 at least.
We could say lots.
Yeah, you could.
Let's say lots.
Well, it's not very precise, but
Well,
it is accurate to say that. Yeah, I misled you because, as it turns out, there's more than one great blue heron on the far.
yeah, I think I may have looked at the wrong one.
Some of your guys are grazing off to the right now. Anyway, there's a lot of them.
Looks like there may be a swan out there. Okay, let's start looking at some of these areas here. Look at those Canada geese there. Nothing else seems to be mixed in with them there in the grasses.
We're looking at it in the pond. Because I'm on one here and we're pointing in different directions.
Oh.
I don't know what that is. I'm not sure I want to know what that is.
So this is the water before the other water.
I don't know. Okay, those are ducks. I'm not sure what kind they are. They might be mallards. See a gull there with them. The wind is picking up a little bit now. It's going to shake things a little. See a great blue heron there standing, and I'm not sure if there's anything or not. I like this only, again, I want more water to welcome the Canada geese and snow geese, hopefully, but
I got 16 altogether. 13 over on the right, 3 here on the left.
I saw at least 15, so I agree. I can certainly understand 16. Where?
I think it's the closest body of water down here. There were 2 of them. He's just talking about that little pond. Not the one opposite from the place, but the one that
It looks like that renegade stilt sandpiper again.
they're small.
I have 14
Bitter yellow.
trains in the one.
We just walked out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they might be looking at.
One train face the other.
Okay, that's what I got too, so.
Apparently they're now saying 18 sandhill cranes. I may have seen 18, I don't know. I see... And there are 3 standing there. At least 2 there, seated. So that's 5. That's another one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18. So we've seen 18 also. Look with binoculars around just to see if there's anything else, and if not, we're going to move along. We should look out there a little bit too, see if there's anything. Looks like a great egret there, and another one there. Another great blue heron there. Not too bad. Things are concentrated and easy for us to look at. But let me just point you at maybe at the cranes again. At least some of them. Let me look around with binoculars. Here, blue jay. I see the...
Now, is there a big difference in, I don't think there's a big difference between male and female with the sandhill cranes, is there? So, if there was a difference in size, it might very well be age.
I mean, maybe when you're up close, there's some minor little differences.
Okay, and we're just going to take a look at the swan, I think.
And then there's another pair reported to be around February.
Not sure what kind of swan that is. Either trumpeter or tundra by the looks of it, though. Okay, I think we're going to move along. Not maybe the best stop we've ever had here, but not bad. Alright, let me get you back in. 1 second, I want to check this. A whole bunch of geese just went from the grasses to the water.
You know what's funny about it?
Just a quick look.
We've been, saying that sandpiper doesn't have yellow legs.
Yeah?
The stilt sandpiper has a yellowish leg.
I think it has yellow leg, yeah. You're right, I saw that.
Okay, let's switch cameras and get back in the car. Good luck, everybody. Okay, let's head to our next stop. We may try to go to a new place today. I'm not sure. I think maybe we'll just skip Shockey Pool. Maybe we should even skip Maze Point. Oh, something in the air. I just noticed people looking up. Come on, wire. Come on, come on. Looks like it might be an eagle. Kind of wish I were out of the car right now. We would get a good look at it. Actually, it's not very close, but we'd get a decent look at it. But we're going to move on. Don't know if that eagle is coming down, or I think it might be. I don't know.
Yeah, there's an adult eagle up there.
I wish I were still on my tripod.
Yeah.
Apparently there are 2 eagles. I don't see the second one just yet, but the one that's lower is considerably lower. I really wish I were still on the tripod right now. We'd get a decent look, I think. Hold on a second.
Remember that time we saw the eagle go after, what was it, a grebe? No, it was a wood duck. Remember it was on the yellow, Willamette?
I know that one better. They're wood ducks.
Wood duck. Did he get one? No. The wood duck kept diving. It was it 2 juveniles?
Yeah, it was 2 juveniles.
Okay, it's now. Just went to the other side of those trees that are on the edge there, and we can't see it now. It may come back up, but we're gonna move on, I think. That's gone.
Turn right after a quarter of a mile.
7.
I think we're going to try to go to that other place. I don't even have the exact address in. I don't know if there is anything I could program in. So there's a chance we won't be able to find where I want to go, to be honest with you. But we're going to give it a try.
Turn right after 600 feet onto North Maze Point Road.
Wait a second, hold on a second. Is my phone playing randomly, even though I turned off the thing? I never even turned on the music. Okay, and turn this and this. And home. Boy. Okay.
Please turn next right.
Now,
Turn right after 500 feet onto RT-89.
I want to warn you, I may lose you at some point here and there in this drive. I don't know how good
Please turn next right.
Okay, we get it. I don't know how good the connections will be. Very quickly, before we... here's that Osprey. Hi, Osprey. Just chilling. Okay.
Turn right after 1 mile and continue on RT-89.
Probably should have gone the other way on East Road. Now we're just going around, and we would have come out on the other end of... We're going to pass by the other end of East Road anyway.
Turn right after a quarter of a mile and continue on RT-89. Turn right after 1,000 feet and continue on RT-89.
Please turn next right.
Please turn next right. Turn left after 1 mile and continue on RT-89.
I have to say, I tried doing this a few weeks ago, though the week we decided to take off and skip the tour, and I never found where I wanted to go. Oh, I see. Right above us. Hi, cranes. I bet they're going East Road. It's tempting to go back there and see if we can get the number up to 20, but we're at 18 and we're going to leave it. I'll bet they're going right to East Road, or, you know, that's actually, when we're on East Road, we're actually looking over the Knox Marcellus Marsh.
Turn left after a quarter of a mile and continue on RT-89. Turn left after 1,000 feet and continue on RT-89.
Please turn next left.
Please turn next left.
I won't do that anymore. I might see
Turn right after 3 miles.
a turkey vulture in the air. Now, the only thing I have in the GPS is got a guide to the road. I don't have a guide to the specific address. I don't know if we're going to be able to find where, you know, where we want to go, to be honest with you. We're going to give it a try, but I don't know. We've been on this road together before. A couple times. you know, we've been to Cairncross Road a couple times together, and one of those times, the first time, we saw a little blue heron, the first and only one I've ever seen. Another turkey vulture overhead. Now we're not going to the same place as we had been before, Cairncross. We're not going there. We're going elsewhere. I hope we're going elsewhere. I don't even know where we're going. Well, I'll tell you where I'm hoping to go, and that is I'm hoping to see, I don't know if we're going directly there or near there, the Sandhill Crane Unit. It's called the Sandhill Crane Unit. Does that mean there are Sandhill cranes there all the time? I don't know, but doubt it. But anyway, that's what I'm hoping we're going to go see. And I'm not going there for sandhill cranes, although I would love to see more and see them more, you know, closer. That's not why we're going.
Turn right after a quarter of a mile. Turn right after 1,000 feet onto Seneca Street. Please turn next right. You will arrive at your destination after 1/2 mile.
Are you sure? Again, I've never been to the Sandhill Crane Unit. At least I don't believe so. So I don't know.
You will arrive at your destination after 500 feet.
Okay, so we're going to find the road that I want to find. And now I'm not sure if I take a right or a left.
You have reached your destination.
Okay, keep quiet. I think we're going to take a left because I believe I took a right last time. And that didn't get me anywhere. Hold on a second here. What did I just see? Northern Montezuma Wildlife Management Area. Okay, so I don't know, for instance, should we take that? I don't know. You know what? We're gonna go in there and see what happens. I don't know if I see any body of water or any indication of a body of water. Eyeballs. You know what? I should look at. One second. Let me. I need to look at a map if I can. try going this way a bit. I have a feeling this is not the way to go, but I don't know. If it is, it doesn't look like there's any water, and I'm looking for a body of water. At least I think I'm looking for a body of water. I don't think this is where we really want to be. I'm going to turn around. See a few turkey vultures in the air. One second, please. I'm sorry about this. All right, let's just keep driving, and we're gonna continue on the way we were going and see if anything comes up. If we don't see anything, we'll be sensible about it, and we'll head back. There's no guarantee what I've heard is going to be there and visible anyway, so. So let's just continue on this way a little bit. This is kind of a wild chase. And this, you know, if we have to take a turn up here, I don't want to do that. I think I want to stay on this road, so I'm not sure. Looks like I would have to turn. I don't know if I want to do that, so I'm going to turn around. Well, you know what? Lone Marsh. We're going to turn around, I guess. Maybe this is just a bad idea. I need to find more complete instructions on how to get here. We're going to turn around. We'll head the other way. What I'm looking for is, like I said, the Sandhill Crane unit. I'm not sure exactly where that is, and I don't have a good map with me that would show me, and I don't have a specific address. And you know, I think we're just going to turn around and head back to parts known rather than unknown. I see up ahead there's a train, and I've crossed those tracks there before, and I didn't have any luck. Or you know what? Let me just take another look at the map, or the photo of a portion of the map that I was shown, and see if that helps us. Let me just pull over here. Just 1 second. We've got to wait. We would have to wait for the train anyway. have to admit, I don't really know my way around this area at all. Cross railroad tracks fairly often. Before getting to Montezuma, I crossed 3 sets of railroad tracks, but they're not tracks I often see trains on. But that set of tracks we just drove over, the last time I was here, I had to wait for a train to finish crossing. Okay, get my bearings here a little bit. I think we're going to turn around and head back. I've been here before, and it did get me to an area where there was water and there were birds, and you know, maybe that's worth going to again. I don't know. I didn't see much that first time. Well, we'll try it, and we'll see if I can find that spot where I was before. We'll see if there's anything of interest. I didn't go this way. I don't know if this is anything or not. I did not go this way before. And I don't know where that leads. We'll go this way. Before, I did eventually find my way to, as I indicated, some I don't know if they were marshes or whatever, but there was standing water. There were some great blue herons, and there were also, you know, I think either coots or gallinules that day, but that was just about all I saw. Maybe the occasional mallard. Mindful of the time, and it's almost 20 to 4, and I'd like to get back and in time to Ithaca to, you know, look around there a little bit. So and you know, it's not June, so it's not like the days are getting dark at 9 o'clock. It's dark a lot earlier than that. This road here is familiar to me. I've been on this unpaved road before, and you may have seen the sign, but there's no maintenance at all in the wintertime, so I have a feeling that once the snow flies, it's unpassable or close to it. It's not that great now. to our right is the area I'm talking about. Now, it may have dried out for all I know. Well, I see some standing water. I see a great blue heron. Well, first let me get this out of my way. Do I need it? If I need it. I hope I need it. I don't know if I'll need it. So you see the great blue heron there. And what I had heard, now again, at the Sandhill Crane Unit, I don't believe this is a Sandhill Crane Unit, but what I had heard was at the Sandhill Crane Unit was a horned grebe, something I've never seen before. Look like gallinules. So let me just do this. I'm going to set you down for a minute. Let me look around with binoculars a little bit and see if there's anything really worth looking at. If not, we'll turn around and we'll get back to Ithaca. Forward. I did see another great blue heron, so I mean that may be all that is here. Maybe it's just great blue herons, and you know, I don't know if ducks come here a lot, a little, I don't know. Quite honestly, I can see it being a good, well, I don't know if it would be a good place for sandhill cranes. One thing good about East Road for sandhill cranes is, I mean, assuming there's water down there, they can, you know, make use of the water. Not that they hunt in it or fish in it. They don't eat fish as far as I know. But there are fields of, you know, of corn in the area, and they make use of the you know, whatever's left there, and they seem to eat other vegetation, although I'm not really familiar, but I think they eat that, and it's just a good spot for them. Somewhat isolated in a way. I'm not seeing much else so far. Just heard a couple shorebirds. They sounded like greater yellowlegs. But you can see what we're dealing with here. It's just a large area, kind of like a marsh of some sort. Obviously vegetation does grow within it, and you see all the stems poking through. And I believe that's all that green is like just, you know, standing water covered with vegetation or algae or something. Now, unfortunately, those various stems make it more difficult to see what it is, anything that might be on the water. But, you know, I wonder about these mounds, what they are. I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're, for instance, oh, hey, there's a mosquito on my forehead. Yeah, I see you, buddy. Actually, not buddy, but... Get out of my car. Good. Okay, let me just quickly look over here. I have a feeling we're going to turn around, I think. There's nothing much going on here. And I don't think we're in the right place anyway. And maybe we should just shut down and then resume once I reach Ithaca again. That might be a good idea. Let's turn around and find our way back, okay? We might come here again in the future, but today it's quiet here and there's not that much going on. It was quiet the last time I was here. I don't know if it ever gets to be a great birding area. Yeah, I see it. Or, you know, maybe it's great during migration. Maybe a lot of ducks come here. I have no idea. More research is needed. Sorry to let you down like that. And I'm going to have to find more specific instructions on how to get to the Sandhill Crane unit. Mosquito got me yesterday. So far, where it got me is not itching, but it might start itching anytime. And that was that sapsucker. The one that landed on my forehead just a little while ago. I guess I'm considering it a personal insult. Word literally is overused and incorrectly used. I literally died. You died? I just saw some tree swallows. We didn't see any along Wildlife Drive, but I believe I just saw some. I hope you all lifted your feet over the railroad tracks. I know I did. Let's hope we can find our way back. That was a waste of time overall. I apologize. See some Canada geese to our left. Maybe I should have the GPS guide us. Sort of know where I'm going, kind of. Overall, it's kind of a pretty area. I mean, the whole Montezuma area. I mean, if you like, you know, essentially a farming area, it's very pretty here. Doesn't hurt that, you know, over the course of the summer, and now we're in, I guess, technically autumn. Over the course of the summer, we have had you know, rain, sometimes heavy, but we've had some rain here and there, enough to keep things green. So it's, you know, sometimes you get to this point in the year and everything's all dried out and brown, and that's not the case. Not this year. Asked the question yesterday, even, you know, is there water? You know, we're talking about Sapsucker Woods, and you know, obviously there's the pond. I mean, I think what was being referenced was the fact that, you know, the last couple of years things really dried out, both years. Say that the pond this year has fared a lot better. do is we'll keep things running. We're going to go to Mays Point. We'll be there in a few minutes. And we'll just take a look around, keeping our fingers crossed. Maybe we'll see something interesting. I think we'll skip Shockey Pool, though, this week. I take it, I don't know. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. We'll go to Mays Point first anyway. Now, if you're wondering where we were, we just crossed the intersection, or passed through the intersection of this road with East Road. This is Route 89. But we just, we could have, if we had taken a left, where that car ahead of us had taken a left, we would have been on East Road. Instead, we'll take a left here. And I see a turkey vulture in there. Is that a turkey vulture? Yes. Hi, turkeys. Cute. Coming up ahead is the turn we would take if we wanted to go on the other end of East Road. It's not actually East Road. We have to drive just a short ways to get to it, but we're almost there. I would have gone, the entire length of East Road if it weren't for the fact that it's not really paved, with regular asphalt. It's got, the rocks all over it. It's not easy to drive, so. For the sake of the people there and, the people who live along there and the birds, maybe it's a good thing that it's paved with rocks, or covered with rocks. It discourages high-speed traffic, and the same thing is true of Wildlife Drive. I wish it weren't covered with rocks. I see a double-crested cormorant just flew over us. Anyway, if Wildlife Drive were paved nicely, people would drive too fast on it, I'm sure. I'm not even going to get out and go look at the water today, but I just want to see if maybe by any chance we can see some red-headed woodpeckers. That I would love to see. I hear a red-bellied woodpecker. And just landed. You may be hearing it now, and there are a number of pigeons. But this is where we've seen red-headed woodpeckers in the past, and I haven't seen one this year. either my timing's been poor. I had heard that they were elsewhere this year. I mean, in the area, but not like right here. I don't know if they migrate. I keep thinking about looking it up, and I never get around to looking it up. Or at least looking into it a little bit. Of the woodpecker species we see as sapsucker, the only one that seems to migrate are the yellow-bellied sapsuckers. The others all stay. We're going to go to Shockey Pool, I think, and we'll just take a look around similar to this, and then I want to head back to Ithaca. I mean, it's going to take me a while to get there, and I need to have some time. I want to have some time there while it's still light out. I'll say this though, and you know, I have to take blame. I probably could have shown you many more bird species than I have today. You know, if I had really concentrated on shorebirds and things like that, I probably could have shown you a fair amount more. But, you know, it's nice to see some of the variety that I either have seen or have heard about being here today. So the point is, migration is, you know, definitely underway. Not that I didn't think so before, but we're starting to get into it now. Now, there are a bunch of people on the platform up there. That doesn't mean anything. I mean, it doesn't mean they're seeing anything. Well, I say a bunch, there are 4. And what I think I'm going to do, things look dry, I have to say. But you know, they look dry at from East Road also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out. I just want to go take a look and see if I can get just a better sense of how much water is around, if any. You know, I don't know if they've allowed any back in yet, but I'm going to leave you guys in the car, and if it's worth it, we'll get out of the car. If not, we'll close up here and then we'll meet back in Ithaca. I'll be back in a minute. Give me my hat. All right, we're out of here. I'm not going to say there are no birds here at all, but there's no standing water that I could see. I didn't climb to the top of the tower, but I couldn't see any standing water at all. And you know, it could be that there's something worthwhile if we stay here long enough and look hard enough. But I think we'll be best spending our time if I drive back and then we meet back in Ithaca. So it's a little after 4 right now. Should we say roughly 5:30? Maybe a little bit later than that. 5:30, 5:40. I'll try to pack up here as quickly as I can and get situated for travel, and then I've got to you know, drive back and then set back up once we're there. So let's say roughly 5:30, 5:40. Okay. Just type that in. Okay, everybody, I'll see you in a little while. Bye-bye.